Hey Flyers! I'm Madeline Lowe.
And I'm Mary Elberson. And welcome to the Rundown for March 4th, 2023.
Some of our hardworking students balance a job on top of the stress that comes with school.
Garland Barrett shows us how they do both.
Our Loyola students are very hardworking. Besides school and sports, some of them also have jobs of their own. Here's a rundown of everything our students can accomplish in just one day.
I run my own business called The Lazy Daisy. I make resin, jewelry, and gifts as well as tie-dye. And it gets kind of hard to balance my school versus my work life schedule. I had a store, I had a booth at King's Antiques, but I recently pulled out of it because my school schedule got a bit harder with softball season coming up. And so I ended up pulling out to take a break for a little while. But whenever Easter comes around, I'll be back into it and selling more things.
I work at this art studio called Artifact Downtown, where I'm basically an artist assistant, and my schedule is pretty flexible. I can work whenever I need to or whenever I want, just based off of school, because school comes first.
I work at John Pickens, which is a clothing store on Line Avenue, and just to get through that and school, I work on weekends, and then I also work on weekdays sometimes after school. But it's pretty easy, you know, just Saturdays for 6 hours, and that's about it.
My current job is working at Splash Kingdom. Basically, I'm only working weekends right now until we hit the summer, but on weekends, I just go up there, get ready for the preseason, and start training.
I work at the swim school. I've been working for 6 months. I work there on weekends and after school on Monday.
It's so impressive to see our students' effort in and out of school. This has been Garland Barrett.
Loyola has respect to all those who balance a job and school.
On Monday, you might have noticed the Bloodmobile here at Loyola.
Ella Turner tells us more about those who selflessly donated blood to those in need.
This past Monday, Loyola held their annual blood drive on Cicero.
This Philip O negative Maxfield LifeShare blood stream. Let me tell you something that's really stinking cool. See this bus behind me? Right there. That is one of our better buses around here, and this is a cool day to donate. Why is it important to donate? Because folks, we have a lot of sick folks, a lot of patients in our hospitals. We have a little NICU unit down here called Willis Knighton South. It's a beautiful place. We have a lot of young babies who need transfusions. We have a cancer treatment center here at Willis Knighton as well, right about 2 miles from here. We have all these other hospitals, Ochsner's and Chris's Highland, all these other great places that are trying to help our patients. They need blood transfusions. This is why you're important, all right? Because people don't realize one out of every 4 units that we collect during this high school year is from high school students. That is why you're so stinking important. There is no time to be afraid of little things like needles or whatever, because you do the same thing in a doctor's office. There is no other reason. You can tell me why you can't try once.
I was able to give blood on Monday, and although the first time I donated blood, things didn't go so well. This time I was able to donate 2 units through the Alex machine, and this will help up to 6 people, which is really nice.
I was able to give blood this past Monday, and I was just really thankful to be able to help out so many other people, and I was the only dude to do it, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, it was a really great experience, and it went well.
Thank you to everyone who gave blood. This has been Ella Turner.
Thanks, Ella, and a special thank you to all those who donated blood.
Some students don't prefer the traditional textbook teaching method. Luckily, Loyola offers numerous different teaching methods.
Maggie Goode shows us what project-based learning does for Loyola students.
Here at Loyola, we place value on learning through interactive projects. Let's take a look into what's going on inside of our classrooms.
Okay, so we're doing interactive activities in most of my classes this week. In AP Biology, we do a lot of labs, and the lab we're working on this week is a natural selection lab with brine shrimp. This week, each group chose a topic that they wanted to explore further to test how changing the environment changes hatching viability in brine shrimp. So several groups chose oil, and then I had another group that's doing something similar, changing the pH levels, so that could model how acid rain might affect animal populations like brine shrimp.
In environmental science, we have a community garden out back, so that helps us do a couple of things. It makes us more aware of our relationship with the environment and the world around us. It makes us more aware of everything that goes into getting a plant from a seed to your table. We get to apply that knowledge directly in the garden, and we get to see how those theories actually work out in practice.
In our AP Government and Politics course, we participate in what's called project-based learning, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun because the kids learn through asking and clarifying questions. They take on different roles. In this class, we're putting on an election. We have a group of kids that have chosen to be campaign managers and people running for president, other kids that have chosen to be part of the media, both blogs, written, and TV media. We have people that are the political parties, and then we have people that have divided into interest groups. They all take on their role, and collectively they interact and really put on an election. And basically the idea is we can all learn if we learn through doing, and we can learn through doing as we get older. One of the neat things that I hear from the kids is, I'm learning at the same time as everybody else in the class. Kids don't think that they get a project at the end. The project is the process through which you learn.
Learning is so much easier with first-hand experience. This has been Maggie Gooch.
It's great to see that there's such a variety of teaching methods at Loyola, and I definitely say I prefer project-based learning.
We don't just have a variety of teaching methods at Loyola, but we also have a variety of sports.
Sanders Graff gives us this week's sports report with a special tennis highlight.
With spring approaching, our tennis team has been working hard for the upcoming season. They share their thoughts on how it's going to go.
Looking forward to this tennis season. We've got a lot of good players coming back. It's always nice to see second generations. We've had several Lewis's over the years, and 11 people have played and had their brothers and sisters play. We've got a good young group this year. They're playing well starting off, and we're looking forward to regionals coming up in a couple of months.
This year I'm playing with Cassidy, and we've been working really hard. We're going to try to make it to state for the second time, and we hope we win.
I'm really looking forward to this tennis season. It's a little bittersweet because it's my last time playing with Loyola, but I'm looking forward to it, and I know we're going to do great this year.
I'm excited to play tennis this year. We got a new coach, my old longtime coach, Anthony McMaster. Won a lot of tournaments with him at my side. Ready to win state. Made it to the quarters freshman and sophomore year. I feel like I got it in me. Go all the way.
Thanks, tennis team. We hope you have a great season. Now, here's the rest of our sports.
The tennis team's next event is Friday at Piermont Oaks in a match against several different schools. The boys basketball team traveled to New Orleans to play the number 2 seed, Country Day, in the second round of the playoffs. Loyola led at halftime, but couldn't hang on and took a 57-40 loss to end their season. John Carmody made 4 3-pointers, and the Flyers with 15 points, while Caleb Branch had 12 points. The Flyers finished their season with a record of 18-13. The baseball team is a 3-game series this weekend with Houghton. The Flyers will play on the road today and Saturday and will be at Cicero Field for Friday's game at 6 o'clock. Next week, they will play at Northwood before opening the district schedule with a 3-game series against North Caddo. Connor O'Neill leads the team with a .583 average, while Chandler Carnahan and Reagan Coyle lead in RBIs. The softball team has a record of 3-3 and will play at St. Frederick's today and at Northwood tomorrow. The next home game will be Monday against Logansport. The track team will have its first meet of the year and will be participating in the Benton Tiger Relays today, while both the JV and varsity Loyola lacrosse teams will be traveling to Tyler on Saturday to take on Cumberland Academy.
That's all for this week's sports segment. This has been Sanders Graff.
Good luck on the rest of your season to all those on the tennis team, and keep up the good work, Loyola athletes.
That's all for this week's rundown. Have a great weekend, Loyola.
Wait, what do you want me to say?
Just talk about football
season. Okay, as in just...
How they're going to the homecoming game tonight?
Yeah. Wait, forgot.
Jack Walls, what's up?
Alex Turner.